Johnny Football. I don't even want to call you that anymore. Just give it up, man. Cleveland, what's going on? I'm Noah, one half of At the Office. Eric is still on vacation, so I am jumping in to talk a little bit more Browns football with you. We were supposed to talk Ohio State, Grambling State today, but I think there's more pressing matters. This Johnny Manziel situation has been extremely frustrating for me, and after all, this is the type of content that Grambling State is putting out. Not right now. This was earlier last month in August, but still. I'd love to play the audio for you, but it's a copyrighted song. It says, them, y'all playing Ohio State this year? I'm worried for y'all. Us. It's just them dancing with crutches and a guardian cap on their head without a football helmet on and whatnot. So if they're not even going to take this game seriously, I'm not going to take that game seriously. Ohio State by 75 points. Now that we got that out of the way, I got to get one more thing out of the way. And that is a couple announcements for the page. I promise I'll make this quick so we can get into Johnny. And that is our live shows coming up. We have a show coming up this weekend, Browns Bengals at the Muni lot, 9:30 a.m. We will be live. Just look up in the sky, look for the At the Office flag. We will be there. We'll be setting it up. We'll be chopping it up. We'll be talking Browns for a little bit. We will be promoting. We will be talking. We'll do all of the things. Come up, say hey, and we'd really appreciate that. Following weekend, we will be at Slim and Jumbo's at 11 a.m. in Eric's neck of the woods. That's Garrettsville, Ohio. A little bit of a hike from downtown. It's an away game. Great Browns backers bar. They're doing their annual dog walk bar crawl. We're going to be live at 11. We'll have a giveaway item for that game. So just come up, see us, and you get a giveaway item. And then we're back at the Muni lot the weekend after that, 9:30 a.m. at the Kennel 2, the big Browns bus right at the front where it says, "Welcome to the Muni lot." Dog face, football helmet. Thank you, Larry Lorello, for having us over there. And to coincide with these live shows, we are running a giveaway for the month of September. Subscribe to At the Office, leave a comment on a recent video, and you will be entered to win a Cleveland Browns jersey. Any player you choose, we will get the jersey and ship it to you. Winner chosen October 1st. Now that we have all of that business taken care of, let's listen to this baffling clip by a man that used to be called Johnny Football.
I sit here today and I go back and forth with, man, am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just like let it go? Or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, fuck it. I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, what it is, man. No love for the Browns. I'm rooting for 0-16 seasons every season.
Damn is right, Shannon. Damn is right. And before we get into this, my distaste for big national media, I feel like, has been put on display on this page before. ESPN, anyone, any of these big talking heads that talk about smaller cities like Cleveland, when they don't even cover Cleveland on a day-to-day basis, like Shannon Sharp, bothers me. That being said, why are we still having Cleveland's name in your mouth, Johnny? You came here. You wasted our time. You wasted your own time. You were more committed to a party than you were to becoming an NFL quarterback. And you hate us? Why do you hate us? What did we do? We did nothing to you. This city actually loved you, first of all. The amount of Manziel jerseys I still see sometimes to this day, I hope I don't see any of them moving forward, because after this, you don't deserve any lick of respect in this city. You don't deserve it because of the amount of times you have disrespected this city. And I know if you were to listen to this, you would say you don't care and it doesn't matter to you and you hate Cleveland anyway, like you said here, and you want us to go 0-16. But we all know at the end of the day, it's just for some leftover attention from your washed up football career and the fact that most people don't like him anymore. And this is some of the reason why, of how he acts in the media and how he treats people that, whether they know him or not, treated him, I think, pretty fairly, considering some of the stuff that he put us through when we're talking about getting benched, talking about going to party during a bye week, when we're talking about all of the baffling things that came out of that very dysfunctional period of Cleveland Browns football. I get it. I get it might have been miserable. Actually, let me jump into another clip real quick and then I'll continue my take, because him of course, Johnny Manziel, and Braylon Edwards sat down on, I believe, Braylon Edwards' show and talked about this whole topic a little bit earlier.
I think I let the losing, the frustration lead to more partying, more drinking, less focus on the football field, more focus on the things that didn't matter because I was trying to escape bad football. I was trying to escape coaches that didn't talk to me. Shoot, as soon as practice is over on Monday, I'm out.
I had a flight every Monday.
Same.
Brian Hoyer was the starter, and I was very solidified in the backup role. As I know I'm not prepared, I don't know enough about defenses. He's not coming off the field. I got comfortable in that backup role to where every Monday I was 50-50. It would be straight to South Beach for FDR Mondays at the Delano, or I would go
What?
back to
New
Texas and
York,
go to Dallas, or
New
go
York for
to
the
the Trump
Gansevoort,
Soho.
the
I would go to my car every day. I'd have 2 sticks rolled. I'd try to smoke 2 blunts in the 6 minutes it takes to get to the airport, and I would be on a flight. I just couldn't wait to get out of Cleveland or be back and breathe Texas air or walk on the beach. On a Tuesday at 6, 7 p.m., I would be on the last flight out, get back to Cleveland at 10 or 11, and then start the week.
I've been in situations before in my life playing sports, obviously not the level of Braylon Edwards and Johnny Manziel, where you're in a frustrating situation. You aren't winning, you aren't mentally bought in as, say, someone who might be going 10 and 0 in high school, or 9 and 1 and making the playoffs in high school, or 10 and 0 in Division 3, whatever that looks like. But the lack of care and the lack of responsibility taken by both of these players, but we'll keep the focus on Johnny Manziel. When you are getting paid millions of dollars to play in the NFL is just mind blowing to me. I couldn't fathom being in that position. Having, yes, there's pressures, there's outside pressures, but having the world, for lack of a better term, by the balls and deciding that the best choice for me is to see how much weed I can smoke down before I make it to the airport. We're talking a 5-minute drive from Cleveland Browns facility to Cleveland Hopkins Airport, 5-10 minutes depending on traffic. It is very short for those who don't know. This situation is a testament to how dysfunctional the Cleveland Browns were in the early 2010s. This situation is a testament to how much of a screw up and waste of potential Johnny Manziel became. The highlight of his pro career is playing in the fan controlled football league. Anybody remember that one? I sure do. I tried to call a play. It was a voting system. We don't have to get into that. I just, I can't believe the audacity of a person to have drug their own name through the mud to this point, to then get on a podcast with greats like Chad Ochocinco, like Shannon Sharp, and say something like that. It, I know I'm a nobody compared to Johnny Manziel, but what are we doing? What are you doing with your life? I don't know if you guys have watched the ESPN documentary on Johnny Manziel. If you haven't, please go watch it. It is entertaining, whether you are super into football and all the intricacies or you are more of a relaxed fan. Go watch it. It is a great documentary of how crazy and how messed up the situation was for Johnny, in terms of him messing up, in terms of the money that was falling into his lap and whatnot. When he spoke on that documentary, he spoke about growing past some of his immature tendencies and becoming a better person, moving away from football, getting more grounded, going to rehab. And then I see two recent clips of this guy not taking accountability, sitting there acting like the same punk kid he was when I was a teenager and in middle school, thinking he might be the future of my football team. And then doing the same thing with another former player that we thought had some potential here in Cleveland, and Braylon Edwards, still wearing, might I add, the OVO chain that Drake gifted him way back when Drake made a rap song about him in what, 2012? Dude has the biggest problem of living in the past and trying to still be relevant. It's embarrassing. It is like the dude who peaked in high school that still talks about how he had that one game-winning interception or that one touchdown drive, but he's 40 and sitting at the bar at the same seat you've seen him in since you came back from college for the first time and wanted to go get a couple drinks with your buddies. Johnny Manziel is embarrassing. This situation is embarrassing. I am so glad we are past this level of dysfunction in Cleveland. You can be upset about the Deshaun Watson situation and that not panning out. You can be upset about the fact that we don't have a franchise quarterback right now. But let this be a testament. Let this be a moment to look back on and remember how bad it was. Because things might seem bad now, trust me, they were way, way worse then. I'm glad we've grown up as a front office. I'm glad we've grown up as an owner. And I'm glad we can move forward, hopefully in a right path for the Cleveland Browns. And for Johnny, just keep our name out of your mouth, man. This has been another episode of At the Office at Cleveland Sports Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit us with a comment. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Check us out for those live shows I mentioned. And check us out on all socials at Sign the Office CLE. Cleveland, stay up, stay blessed. Until next time, peace.